Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. This is Julie with J of Crew Freedom. Would like to thank the Lord and give him credit for blessing me with these words that go out to the nations and kingdoms of the earth, to root out and pull down, destroy and throw down, or to build and to plant. Sorry about the lighting. The sun is like hidden for many months sometimes in Vienna, and it's a bit like England sort of in that way, just a lot of cloud cover. So anyway, I'll be brighter in the spring. Um, So the Lord was talking about like if certain things were to happen, then he said, otherwise she might pop out of this stupor like, yep, folks, the Lord loves me, man. And while he just letting me ride out this wave of everybody and they dog like boiling in them pots, bro. Yeah, dog, she got to like wrap a brain around it some way, sis. And that's to justify all this, pandemonium, dog, that been going on in hey. Like behind the scenes, dude. 'Cause she like trying, bro, to project an image to y'all that's not, well, too wormy, man, even though they all up in hay. She know, dude, could get medical help in a heartbeat in, well, Timbuktu, folks. But nah, man, can't leave hey little kiddos behind to wonder, like, where's mama gone, chick? 'Cause I thought she, like, loved us or something, gal. So she do, man, so she. Otherwise, shit, oh, she be out of here, man. And wondering just where she wanna spend World War. 'Cause it for sure ain't your country, man. So just down, dude, thinking you living in the best. Eh, more like target practice for them shadow elite folks to see. Well, what happened, bloke, to it totally run down by foreigners and we know, dude, it they so-called fault for running to yo. He pointed at Russia. But they's like some Russianian folks over in Europe, boys, who's pretty careful who they lettin' into they. So yeah, dog, kinda that trumpery dog and his kinds' faults on this one, man. And not they nasty. Yeah, dog, they thinkin' it, son, that yo Americani peoples is like nasty too, bruh, since y'all addicted to all this pornery. And in that sense, bro, the two of you groups need to like unite, man, versus fighting each other of no. 'Cause we like told her, man, that the real as hell purpose of all this crowder stuff, dude, is to like convince people, bro, that everyone around them is all, yeah, dude, that whole being a loser thingy, man, that she trying to wrap her mind around. Like a bad A, bro, like a, 'cause nah, man, this so-called computery stuff, like, don't do it for my little chicken, man. And therefore she like easy prey to his schemes, man, to take away all hay. Well, friendos in town, man, pretty much what she itchin' to tell yo. And the part, dog, that she like unsure about, folks, is whether or not this little lady like on board with being hay. He pointed at her, 'cause she one of the few, man. She tried to tell the truth too, man. But this system like designed, bro, to make a little dinglebat look like exactly, dog. Pretty condemned clever of thee. And while she were thinking it, brah, that this little Samo of a chick were willin' to hear hey, we been like tellin' her, bro, to slow down them stories about, 'cause a gal like don't wanna hear it, man, that hey friendo bein' followed around by, oh, they the paps, dude, in the worst as hell way of tryin', dog. She tryin' real hard, man, to pretend they like not their bloke. But nah, man, ain't that easy for a, well, highly aware of hay environment type of, and that like all hay. 'Cause the parentos were, well, swoopers, bro, in the worst as hell. We know, chick, you think we love yo. This was my mom. But in this moment, ma'am, we gon' suddenly make you feel like, and they did, bruh, they really. Right, folks, we got a bit of news to share with yo at this, and that's that baby boy. Nah, man, but close, dog. He getting real close to, yeah, dude, that whole wrapping his brain around this strange. 'Cause can't, bro. And yeah, dog. So I speak of letting her just roam these streets on like, hey own initiative, man. Would be too tempting for they to swoop in and be like, yeah, chick, So you got I saw a guy, he was toying a necklace with his finger. So you got anybody home with you this afternoon, gal? 'Cause I got some time to kill and a throbbing that need to be taken. Mm-mm, man. Let that throbbing thing, well, spring up if it have to, bloke, before you go trying to stick it in. Hey, man, what do you expect, dog? On a channel that talking to oh, they's doggies everywhere, man. But sometimes they can be. I saw him patting a dude on the head. Pat it down, bro, from doing they. Right, folks. Enough of what you all itching to hear from different sides of this story, man. 'Cause our Holy Spirit's magical, man, and able to give you what it wantin' bloke, without her honestly knowing, well, much about you folks, except that she got some satanic, well, salivators on her hands, man. Which is exactly why, bloke, she can't go on and tell yo that she were thinking about it just last. Yeah, dog, that, in the simplest of all. Yeah, Lord, so I can't even walk down the street, bro, without eine Menge alarms going off on my. And you expected me to be, what, bro? Just patient, man, with his satanic. Was her dog, and him, man, thinking to himself if. Yeah, boys, so I don't know if her suicide would actually lead to my own. But she might be bright, boys. So let's slam the hammer down on her and other. Oh, she's having visa problems, dude, for the first time in, about a decade, man. So nah, bruh. Ain't so easy for her dog to imagine living with yo. Well, wildish in Hayview ways, man. Letting all your baggage hang out to strangers, man. And if you'd care to, here I saw a person with an overweight belly that, they had lost a lot of weight, so they had this skin flap and they were pulling the belly back into their pants. If you'd care to, pull it back in of no. Love you, man, but you also like a handful, bro, with your wild. Oh, she's still listening, man. Just think you've gone off the deep end with some of yo. Oh, with the guests, man, that she actually could care less about. At times, man, at. Love you, man, for taking my word seriously of no, and trying to proffer it to all they. But you know it deep down, man, that you actually talking to. Oh, it's your persecutor's dog. So time to line up scripture, dog. With all my words say about these last. Yeah, dog. So if my son had wanted to, man, he could have easily said, and sister will turn against sister, and then you need to pull a Glock on Hey A. Happenin' dog, even in Hey Own. But did she call out that? Claims she's a Christian but operates more like a. Oh, this the itty witchy channel, man. We're a little old lonely as hell gal of mine. Trying to treat Hey persecutors with. Okay, she failed last week, folks, as she thought she were blibbering out Hey last. Oh, she spoke like a psychopath, man, which sorta got his. For a moment, man, and then, shwoop. Oh, she back at it, man, trying to convince herself that this life is really worth the living, man. Well, that was a reference to that hymn, Because He Lives. And yeah, dog, she's still on that struggle bus, folks, if you'd care to pray her through. Oh, it war for them ladies, man, when everybody and they dog callin' hey exactly, dog. Don't quite know what to make of hay, but they sure ain't, miss. And yeah, chick, so we speak of invitin' hay confusing A for T chicken. Chow chow chickens, and until next. Alright, there's some food for thought for you today. Thank you for any prayer, and remember, God turns darkness into light. God bless.
Okay, I just had some thoughts a little bit about the economic reset, economic crash, because those are kind of like two different things. The global reset, or whatever else they call it. Just some thoughts I'm putting out there. So I'm not saying the Lord actually told me anything about it. He said I could go ahead and share this if I want, but these are more like my thoughts that I was thinking about because the whole economy looks like every now and then it looks like something's truly about to crash. Like, I can't remember if there's some banks in Germany that have crashed, almost crashed, but there's definitely one in Austria that had to be saved by the government, and they just threw a ton of cash at it to make sure that everything was smoothed out. But I just sort of have that feeling about the global economy that, like, there's some things that are on the edge of crashing, but they're being saved, or there's some things going on behind the scenes to like fix it. But it's like putting duct tape over a broken window. It's not really going to work that long if you're going to drive the car at 70 miles an hour. There's going to be some problems. Um, but then from like a secular perspective or economic perspective, it just looks like things are just going to crash. And then if you take it from a satanic perspective, some of these dudes, I think it's mostly dudes, there may be ladies at the top, but anyway, I think they're trying to like, they're taking advantage of the things that they can do, basically, economically speaking. So there is racketeering and, anyway, insert correct phrase here if you think of it later. Okay, I couldn't quite remember the word that I meant to use, but I found some synonyms for misappropriation of funds, which it like covers a lot. Financial mismanagement, financial misconduct, embezzlement, economic mismanagement, mismanagement of funds, misuse of funds, economic exploitation, financial impropriety, financial recklessness, or financial mistakes. They're doing things to like benefit themselves. So they are like pushing. I had this picture of like a bulldozer like pushing a big tree across towards the edge of a cliff, and the tree would be like the economy. So they're like actually taking advantage of the system and pushing things towards the cliff. But if things start to fall beforehand, then they're trying to fix it and they want it to be happening at the right time. So that would be like the global reset. That would be them in control. But at the same time, they're also moving things towards this crash and trying to crash the system. So I just have this sense that it's like it's not it's not just a crash and it's not just a reset. It's something kind of in between that's going to be happening when the New World Order system, I'm talking mostly about the economic part and the mark of the beast, when all of that comes together and then they're like, okay, you get like $20 today on your little chip because you did this and that. They're going to have to like plan all this out to try and get it at the right time and get the timing just right, and they're gonna maybe need to reset. It's kind of what I'm saying is like it's not gonna be just like okay, like imagine Superman coming in with his hands on his hips like okay, I'm here everybody, I'm gonna fix this. It's gonna be like there's going to be some scrambling to it, and it's going to be like okay, we need to fix this and we kind of need a new system because we messed this up, but we still want to be in control and certain people still want to be the big dogs at the top and in control. So okay, I get the sense that I've explained it, and as usual there's just some food for thought for you about that.